Thanks to the latest firmware update, the Insta360 Mic Air now supports 2 transmitters. So let's check it out. Back in April, Insta360 launched the Mic Air, which was mainly designed as a dedicated wireless microphone for the X5 and later the Ace Pro 2. But the Mic Air is also available in this kit, which includes a dedicated plug-in receiver, which, although being mainly intended for use with smartphones, is also now compatible with the X5 and Ace Pro 2, offering not only better range and signal stability, but now, thanks to the latest update, dual microphone capability. So that's what we're going to be checking out in today's video. We'll cover everything you need to know about setting up and using your Insta360 Mic Air with dual microphones. So there's a lot to cover, so as usual I'll place the chapters up here and on the video timeline, but first this. Before we continue with today's video, a quick disclaimer: this video is not sponsored, paid for, or influenced in any way. I purchased all of the equipment with my own money and the opinions are entirely my own. Now, I do include links to the featured products as well as my recording equipment. These may appear throughout the video and in the video description. If you purchase using these links, I may make a commission, and this is what helps fund the channel, but rest assured there is no price disadvantage to you. You are getting the best price I can find. Alternatively, if you want to support the channel, you could follow this link and buy me a coffee. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, please remember to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for a lot more similar content. So back to the video. Dual transmitter support was added in firmware version 1.0.0.20. So we need to make sure that both transmitters and the receiver are all updated to at least that version. All updates are done using the Insta360 app. So let's start out by updating the transmitter. The first thing we need to do is place the Mic Air into pairing mode. The way we do that, with the Mic Air powered off, we hold down the button for 6 seconds, and you'll see that the light begins to flash rapidly, indicating that it is now in pairing mode. Next, we're going to open up the Insta360 app, tap the Me icon at the bottom right, and scroll down to Accessory Settings. As long as your Mic Air is still in pairing mode, it will show up in the search results. Simply tap on it, and if a new version is available, it will show up here. And it's simply a case of following the prompts to complete the update. If your Mic Air is already updated to the newest version, that version number will be shown here. Updating the receiver is done in exactly the same way, but of course, in order to put the receiver into its pairing mode, you have to supply power to it. Now, Insta360 recommends that you just plug it into your smartphone, which is all well and good, but if your smartphone does not have a USB-C port, you could also just plug it into your camera instead. Once the receiver is powered, we're going to place it into pairing mode by holding the button down for 6 seconds. And once again, tap the Me icon at the bottom of the screen, choose Accessory Settings, and you will see your receiver in the search results. Simply tap on it and follow the prompts to update. So I'm going to be demonstrating this process using an Ace Pro 2, but if you are doing this on an X5, you will follow the exact same process. And even if you are doing this on a smartphone, the process is almost identical, and I'll point out any differences along the way. So my current setup is this. I have a single Mic Air transmitter that I have already paired with my Ace Pro 2 using Bluetooth. So in order to have dual transmitters, I purchased the transmitter receiver kit, and in the kit the transmitter comes pre-paired with the receiver. So if I power on this transmitter, as I said, I have already paired it with my Ace Pro 2, and you can see it immediately connects. If I power on this transmitter, it powers on and the light begins to flash because it does not currently have a connection until the receiver is plugged in. So let's go ahead and plug in the receiver. And you can see the microphone icon appears up here in the top right, and now I am connected to this transmitter. Okay, just to recap, currently we have this transmitter paired directly with the Ace Pro 2 using Bluetooth, and we have this transmitter paired with the Mic Air receiver. In order to use both of these transmitters at the same time, we need to also pair this transmitter with the receiver. And in order to do that, the first thing we need to do is change the connection mode of this transmitter from its current Bluetooth mode to the receiver mode. Now, in order to change the mode, we need this transmitter to be powered on but not connected. Now you can see I already have everything powered off. If I power on this transmitter, because it was previously connected with my Ace Pro 2, of course it will wake up the Ace Pro 2. So we need to power that off. So now we have the transmitter powered on but not connected, and the way we change the mode is with a double press of the button. Notice right now the light is flashing blue. If I double press the button, color changes to a cyan color, so a blue-green color, and you can see it begins flashing rapidly. Now we are in the receiver connecting mode. So now that we have the transmitter in the receiver connection mode, we can pair it to the receiver, and in order to do that we need to place both of these in their pairing modes. So let's start out with everything powered off. Now what I have discovered through trial and error is if you attempt to connect just the new transmitter to the receiver, it will kick out the original transmitter. So in order to connect both microphones, we have to go through the pairing process for both microphones at the same time. So we start out by powering on the camera, which of course is going to power on the receiver. Then I place the receiver into pairing mode by holding down the button for 6 seconds. You can see it's now flashing rapidly, and now both transmitters at the same time, I'm going to hold down the buttons and initiate pairing on both. And we have success. Both transmitters are connected, the light is solid on both, and the lights on the receiver are also solid. Now we have two microphones connected. Let's just test. And there you have it. So both transmitters are now paired to the receiver, and they will remain paired to the receiver and connect automatically anytime they are in the receiver mode. But let's just say, for example, I want to use this receiver in its Bluetooth mode. All I need to do is unplug the receiver, and now if I just double press on the transmitter, as you can see now it is connected by Bluetooth. Now remember, in order to switch modes it has to be powered on but not connected. So in order to switch it back to the receiver mode, I need to disconnect it from the camera. I'll just power off the camera to do that. Now I can double press again to put it back into the receiver mode. And now when I power on the camera, it powers on the receiver and both microphones immediately connect. Now because these two transmitters are paired to the receiver, not the camera, that means I can move the receiver to a different device and use both microphones on that device. So for example, if I take my X5 and plug in the receiver, as you can see it connects straight away, and you can see the audio level at the top. Both microphones are connected to my X5. And the same would be true if I plugged this into a smartphone. Okay, so now we have both microphones connected to the Ace Pro 2, and just for a quick demonstration, I've enlisted the help of my beautiful assistant.
Hello.
And so now you can see we're both mic'd up and live. Anything you want to say?
Thank you, TTL viewers. Please like and subscribe.
Okay, now let's take this inside, do some editing, and see what we get. So clearly 2 mic air transmitters and a single receiver work just fine, but there is one more important thing to talk about, and that is what soundtrack you actually get on your videos. Now with most dual microphone systems, for example the DJI Mic 2 system, you have different options on how to record from the 2 microphones. You can record a mono soundtrack where both microphones will be recorded to the same soundtrack, or you can record in stereo and have one transmitter going to the left channel and the other going to the right channel. Unfortunately, that's not the case with the Mic Air. You do get a stereo soundtrack, but both the left and the right channels are both identical and they are just a mixture of both transmitters. So there is no possibility to edit each soundtrack separately. However, if you're using an Ace Pro 2, there is a way to use 2 Mic Airs and be able to separate the audio tracks. The secret is a feature called dual track audio. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I posted this video talking about dual track audio on the Insta360 X5, a feature which is also available on the Ace Pro 2. Now, on the X5, the dual track audio function allows you to connect a Mic Air or other Bluetooth microphone and record simultaneously on the Bluetooth microphone and the onboard microphones of the camera. But in the case of the Ace Pro 2 and only the Ace Pro 2, you can use one Mic Air connected by Bluetooth and a second Mic Air connected to the receiver and get audio tracks that can be edited separately. Now that does require that you process your video in the Insta360 app, and in order to fully separate your tracks there are a few hoops to jump through, but all that is also described in the video I just referenced. So that covers almost everything there is to know about using multiple Mic Air transmitters. While working on this video, I did discover a few other interesting things about using the Mic Air, so definitely be on the lookout for some follow-up videos. So that wraps it up for another video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please remember to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for a lot more similar content. If you have any questions, any comments, if you want to share your experience or make suggestions for future videos, please drop those into the comments section. Otherwise, thanks again for watching.